For this time, yung isosolve naman natin is yung AS2 by considering the moment carried by the compression steel, itong diagram na to. Di ba previously nasolve na natin yung AS prime? So, ang gagawin natin, we're going to sum up our forces such that yung P sub 2 will be equivalent to our CS prime. So, ito yung ating equilibrium equation. So, summation of forces to be equivalent to 0, T sub 2 is equivalent to our CS prime. So, AS2 times Fy will now be equivalent to AS prime times Fs prime minus 0.85 Fc prime. So, again, magbabawas lang tayo ng 0.85 Fc prime sakali na yung A natin is greater than our D prime. So, to solve for our AS2, so yung AS2 natin, ito yung gagawin natin X times yung ating Fy, which is equivalent to 420, will now be equivalent to AS prime. So, yung AS prime na nasolve natin previously is taken to be 1063.818 yan, times yung ating Fs prime. So, yung ating Fs prime naman is 356.0976 minus yung 0.85 times yung Fc prime na 28. So, yung makuha natin na value is 841.67. Ito. So, 841.6765 square millimeters. Ito na yung ating AS2. So, since nasolve na natin yung AS prime tsaka yung AS2, so meaning nito, masosolve na rin natin yung ating total na AS. Itong AS, take note, ito yung total na area ng steel sa ating tension. So, yung AS1 natin, ito yung area ng steel by considering na maximize natin yung ating steel reinforcement. So, check natin ulit yung AS1. Ito. So, yung AS1 natin is 2,221.6875 plus yung ating AS2. AS2 natin na 841.6765. So, therefore, yung total na required na area para sa ating tension bar is 3,063. So, ito yung explanation. Yung total na AS natin is equivalent to AS1 time plus yung ating AS2. So, we have 3,063.364. So, yung AS prime naman, ito yung ating required na steel area para sa ating compression bars. And this is equivalent to 1,063.818. And then, after nito is we're going to solve yung area ng ating bar. So, pi d squared lang all over 4. So, we have pi times, I think 25 yung bar diameter natin na given sa problem. Divided by 4. So, we'll get 490.87385. So, the same din to sa area ng each bar doon sa compression bars natin. So, next is to solve yung number ng ating bars, number ng mga tension bars. So, yung AS natin na 3,063.364, i-divide na lang natin to ng area ng bar na 490.8739. So, yung makakalculate natin is 6.2406. If we're going to round this up, ito ay magiging 7 bars na. So, ito na ngayon yung total na number ng ating tension bars. sa ating ano naman, compression bars. So yung AS prime natin, which is 1063.818. I-divide na lang natin to sa area ng bar na 490.8739. So yung makalculate natin is 2.1672. So i-round up na lang natin to. Magiging 3 na yung ating bar. After nito, we're going to counter-check if yung 7 bars ay kakasya ba sa isang layer, with which I doubt na kakasya. So to check for the clear spacing, first na isosolve muna natin is yung inside radius ng bend ng ating stirrup. Since the diameter ng tie natin is 10 millimeters, therefore yung inside radius bend natin na value shall be taken to be 20 millimeters. Also, to solve for the minimum spacing ng ating rebars, so it should be the maximum value among these equations, 25 diameter ng bar, tsaka 4/3 yung diameter ng aggregate. So yung 4/3 times yung diameter ng ating aggregate na 19, this is equivalent to 25,333. So ito ngayon yung ating minimum na spacing, clear spacing. So to solve naman for the maximum spacing ng bars, so yung Fs natin shall be taken as 2/3 ng ating Fy. So 2/3 times yung Fy natin na 420, this is equivalent to 280 megapascals. Then yung C sub C, that is taken to be 40 plus yung diameter ng tie natin na 10. That's why naging 50 ito. Plus 10. Yeah. So after that is isi-solve natin itong value na to. So the minimum between these two equations, ito yung mag-govern ng maximum na spacing natin. So we have 380 times 280 divided by yung Fs na 280 pa rin minus 2.5 times yung CC na 50 255. So ito yung 255. So yung next na equation naman is 300 times 280 divided by yung Fs natin na 280, 300. So, yung minimum is yung 255. So, therefore, itong na ngayon yung mag-govern na value. So, to check for our clear spacing, ito naman yung gagamitin natin na equation which was taken from ACI. So, we have yung B natin na 300. Babawasan na natin ito ng 2 times yung C sub C na 40 plus yung diameter ng tie na 10 plus yung inside radius na 20 minus number of bars natin. Ilan nga yun? 7 minus 1 times yung bar diameter na 25 divided by 7 minus 1. So, check ko muna kung may mali sa equation ko. 40 times 10 and bar. So, 300 minus 2 times C sub C na 40 plus 10 plus P minus 7 minus 1 times bar diameter na 25. May mali dito sa PDF. This should be 1.6667. Pero yung point lang dito is that it is less than 25.33. So therefore hindi pwede yung single layer. That's why na-state sa problem na dapat double layer yung ating gagamitin. So check natin if kakasya yung 5 bars, for example. So, check natin 5 bars. Unfortunately, hindi pa rin pasok yung 5 bars. That's why kung i-double layer natin, dapat 4 maximum of 4 bars per layer yung gagamitin. Kasi yung masusod natin na clear spacing is 28.333 for which greater na ito sa minimum na clear spacing natin na 25.333. So therefore, adequate. So sa first layer natin, 4 bars yung gagamitin natin. Then for the second layer, kasi meron tayong 7, di ba, na number of bars. So 7 minus 4 will get 3. Itong 3 naman, ito yung gagamitin. Ito yung number of bars natin sa second na layer naman. Kasi kung i-check natin yung clear spacing, 55 yung masasolve, which is greater pa rin sa minimum. And then, sa ating compression bars naman, of course, we have 3. For which yung clear spacing is 55, greater pa rin sa minimum. So, spacing is adequate. So, yung final na ano natin, na output ngayon is ito na. Ito yung detailing ng ating double reinforced na beam. So sa first layer, meron tayong 4. Sa second layer, meron tayong 25 mm diameter. Then sa ating compression bars naman, meron lang tayong 25 mm diameter. So ito na ngayon yung ating output for our design ng double reinforced concrete. So yung next naman na i-discuss natin is yung investigation ng ating double reinforced concrete na beam.